Hello everybody, Joe from TBN Outdoors here, and today my doggo and I are heading to Mongaup State Park. It's actually Mongaup Pond in New York, upstate New York, and I wanted to take you guys along for the weekend, so hopefully you enjoy. I'm not gonna really be doing a whole lot other than relaxing, hanging out, but I will show you guys my gear that I brought, a campsite review, setup, and things that we get into. There's a couple of hiking trails, a pond to look at. Should be a good time, and I know he's excited too. So we'll see you at camp. Until then, bye everyone. What's up everybody? We made it to camp. As you can see, it's a nice little campsite. Got our picnic table, nice open area for chairs and stuff by the fire pit right over here. Nice shaded area, room for the car. Got a good sized fire pit with some firewood. Trying to find cell phone service, is not really working. We'll have a nice fire in there later. Got Flash over here enjoying the shade, and it's just a nice little spot, nice and shady. I might set up my tent back in here tonight instead of over there, since this is a little softer ground. Like right here looks good. There's plenty of branches and stuff to build a fire with, but if you follow me down this way, oh, you see dead wood hanging there. If you come this way, you can see a nice little trail that leads to a quiet little stream. And that is going to be perfect sleeping weather. Listening to that stream and 50-degree weather overnight, I cannot wait. But I'm gonna go set up camp, and I will show you my gear as I'm unpacking and setting up, and we'll go from there. See you soon. Getting ready to set up camp, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of gear that I have. This is my full backpack setup. I've got my tent, my trekking poles, ground cloth. I brought extra tarps in my car that are in there in case I need some shade coverage or something. But I've got first aid, garbage bag, lots of bears around here, so you want to keep everything in your car if you can. This is a very leisure camping. I'm not roughing it by any means. I just brought a minimal amount of stuff since I'm only camping for one night. I have my mess kit, my lantern. Inside my bag, I have my chair, my table, and a few other things. So I'm gonna set those up, and I'm gonna leave you guys right here just to showcase everything that I have for you. Straighten you out, and we'll go from there. So first things first, this is my tent. One person backpacking tent. Super lightweight, super durable. I love this thing. It's 2 pounds or less. And I'll get to setting that up later. Then I've got my trekking poles. These are carbon fiber poles with a cork handle. Show you them. My neat little table. This thing is pretty cool. I love this little table to set up right next to the chair that I have in my backpack. It just folds out like so. Get it nice and wide base, lock it in, and then you have this. So this is your base. Set it down. This folds out. So it snaps in just like that, and you have a table. Good to go. Move you back a little bit. The next thing I have is my sleeping bag. This is not a sleeping bag. that I would normally use. This is just my casual sleeping bag. It goes down to 30-degree weather, nothing special. That sits there as I drop my whole bag. This is my mat to sleep on. And this is my chair. This is probably my favorite thing. Oh, can't forget the gas with my stove either. Had some neighbors stop in and visit. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's Velcro. Don't mind the fumble. This all just snaps together like so, as you can see. And then you take this cloth and put it around the backs and the front. A little bit of stretch and you're good to go. Oh, I hear you, baby. Flash isn't happy that I don't have his bed set up yet. And that is the chair. This supports up to 250 pounds, which is me. And this is gonna come right over by the fire here. I'll be sitting by the fire, but cooking on my stove that I have for dinner. And I didn't bring a lot for dinner. I brought a package of noodles and, as you can see, noodles. I brought plenty of snacks, and I have snacks, and I have sausage gravy for breakfast tomorrow. If you guys caught my last video, which will be listed up above, I also had sausage gravy in the morning. That's my favorite snack, breakfast. It's super easy, lightweight, goes in the can, good for hiking, and you're ready to go. And this is my stove. We're from Ozark Trail. As you can see right here, it just unfolds like so, screws onto the gas canister. You got your little O-ring down there, matches your gas canister. You're gonna hear a little psst when you screw it in, but that's okay. Make sure that's tight, and there you have it. I now have my stove, which my mess kit will sit on top of, and I'll be able to cook dinner. And the rest of what I have is in my bag is just clothes. I have a first aid kit and my recording stuff and battery chargers. So I'm gonna set this up. I'll give you a tour of camp when I'm done, and I'll see you soon. So that's camp pretty much set up in a nutshell. I did move it over here into the shade, but as you can see, that was a pretty fast setup. All in all, to blow the mattress up, to set the tent up, and to throw my sleeping bag in there without staking it down, it took about 10 minutes. So as you can see, my sleeping bag will go in there, he'll go in there with me. My gear will stay underneath this awning. Under normal circumstances, like if I was out on my own, it would stay under that awning, but because I'm at a state campground, I'm gonna put it in my car along with all the food and everything because of bear restrictions. So that being said, I'm gonna finish the little setup and I'll see you guys when it's dinner time. Until then, bye. We're going for a walk to check out the campground and you guys are coming with us. I don't really know what's all out here, but figured it'd be worth checking out. It's a little wobbly. But don't mind the spins. As you can see, we've got Flint Trail, Big Rock, Hodge Pond, Frick Pond, and Frick Pond Trailhead. So let's see. I was not prepared for a 1.8 mile hike, but we'll take a trip down the trailhead anyway, just to check things out and see how it goes. Show you guys a little bit of scenery. As you can see, that's the stream that runs right next to my camp behind it. And this is the other side of it. It's super pretty here, it's super quiet. I like it a lot. So we're just gonna keep hiking and see what we can get into. Come on, Flash. The trails look pretty maintained. A 1.8 mile hike shouldn't be too bad, considering how much daylight we have still. I'm kind of hoping that it's flat. I didn't really do any research. This is Mongaup Pond State Park. It's down near Livingston Manor in upstate New York. If any of you are familiar with that, let me know in the comments. But this is what we like to do. You couldn't tell that I'm an anime fan, but we like to hike, check out nature, check out new spots, and see what we got. We have plenty of water back at the campsite. I didn't bring any water with me. I wasn't really entirely sure where we were going. I just wanted to check out the campsite. But the fact that there's a hiking trail right next to my campsite, literally right next to my campsite, is very exciting. I love stuff like that, where you just go someplace randomly and find something to do. There's absolutely no cell phone service here, so if you're that kind of camper or hiker, this is not the place for you. But if you want to get out and watch your step. If you want to get out and enjoy nature and step away from society a little bit like I do, then this is the place for you. Check it out. You can see a little bit of a marsh back there. There's water flowing through it all the way. That's so cool and very pretty. This would be a nice spot to stop and read a book. I don't know if this is part of any trails or anything, like the long path that I've hiked parts of or any other local trails, but it might just be related to the state park itself. But this spot would be beautiful to stop and read a book, have a drink, check things out. But we're gonna keep moving. Doggo is leading the way. He leads the charge on most of these hikes. I keep an eye out where we're walking for him, mostly, so he doesn't hurt his pads. The last hike we went on, that's somewhere up here, that I showed you guys and took you on, was one of the Catskill 3500 peaks, of which I've done 6 so far, and it never gets boring summiting a new peak. The one I did before was the Windham High Peak. This trail seems to be relatively flat, which I love. I'm honestly here for that. I wasn't trying to hike to see God anytime soon today. I'm only here for tonight and tomorrow. I go back home tomorrow. So this is just a nice little getaway for me and the pup, for something to do, as the friend group was mostly busy this weekend. So this was a nice little outing for me and the dog. I did bring bug spray with me too, because I was tired of getting eaten alive last time. Low bridge, watch out. Come on, Flash, it's okay. Something to keep in mind, if you see that mud behind me, you're not technically supposed to walk around it. You're supposed to walk through it to maintain trail consistency, so you don't widen the trail anymore any further. But every now and then, you gotta go around. We got somebody up ahead, so we're gonna pull off to the side and let them pass. Said that this trail does get a little uphill, but compared to what we've done so far this year, I think it'll be okay. And something else to keep note of too, not everybody likes to be filmed, so it's good to announce your presence if you're filming, or turn the camera away while you're filming. It's definitely a privacy matter. People like their privacy for whatever reason that may be. It's not for us to judge or decide to film them if they're not willing to be filmed. So it's always nice just to do your due diligence, let people know that you're filming, or turn the camera down or away from them, let them know, some kind of heads up, just to be courteous. But as you can see, it does continue to go uphill a little bit. This is a 1.8 mile trail, and I'm not sure what the view is going to be like when we get to Little Pond. It did continue on to other trails, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do a little bit and see what we think. It's a pretty well maintained trail. I wonder if the map that I have has a name of the trail other than just Little Pond Trail in Mongaup State Park. But I'm gonna stop filming for a little bit, and I will let you know if we decide to keep going, show you a little bit more of the trail. If not, I'll see you back at camp. So that's gonna be tomorrow morning's task. We're gonna get up Flash and I back there are gonna go on that 1.8 mile hike first thing in the morning. We're gonna go find Little Pond when I have water ready to go and we're prepared for it after a good night's rest. And in the meantime, we're just gonna drive around and see what the local area has. Camp's all set up. It's not time for dinner yet. I'm recording this at about 3:30 in the afternoon. So we're gonna go explore at least a local campsite. Maybe find some cell phone service somewhere so I can let people know that I'm okay. And we'll see you guys when we get back to camp. So I had to stop on the way just exploring because this is the first ever state campground I've been to that has a fishing dock that you can fish right off of. But just look at that view. I can't wait to come down here tonight, take a walk with Flash, check out some stars. What an absolutely perfect day. Perfect area for camping. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. It means a lot to have you guys here with me on my adventures. I try to find someplace new, do something different every time. Like I said, this is leisure camping. I've never been to this campsite before. It's about 2 hours away from my house, and it's just an absolutely beautiful spot. But yeah, just take in the view. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna keep exploring. I'll see you back at camp. All right, everybody, time for dinner. Tonight, we are doing creamy chicken nor noodles on the mess kit camp stove. I'm gonna move you guys back a little bit so you can see the process. We're just gonna add a little bit of water. My mess kit is super easy to use. We'll add a little bit more because it's about 1.5 cups for these, and I don't have any butter, which is fine. But for this, all you gotta do is turn on the gas, which you guys can't see. So we'll adjust it a little bit. This lever right here turns on the gas. You just open it a little bit until you hear it, and then my stove has an igniter, and this adjusts your level of gas and everything too. So we're just gonna let that water boil and hang out for a little bit. I'm glad you guys decided to tune in and check out this video. It means a lot to me. I don't really have a plan for tonight other than doing a fire, which, as you can see, I'm set up for later tonight. I got the firewood, there's a fire starter in there. I got camp chair, snacks, firewood ready to go. We'll take a walk over here. The doggo is content in the tent. He's been snoozing on and off all day since we got back to the campsite. But I'm gonna bring you guys to show you some stars later on tonight, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. Sorry for the lack of a camera there. I'm on a tripod right now. Normally I would have you guys on some kind of stand. Goodness, what is happening here? Okay, we got to figure it out. Some sort of semblance right there. But we're just gonna hang out, make sure that this water boils. It's fresh water. I bought a case of bottled water to bring with me specifically for camping tonight. And we're just gonna cook some noodles up. I have to grab my new fork, knife, spoon set that I got. But we're just gonna boil some water, add the noodles, cook for 8 minutes, and enjoy. And that's gonna be our dinner. I really want to show you guys the stars tonight, so the doggo and I are gonna take a walk down to either a little pull-off spot that I found with a bench on the lake to show you guys the sunset and the stars there, or I'm going to take a drive with the dog down to the fishing spot to just park there and watch the sunset and see the stars from there, because it's a phenomenal view and I'm hoping for clear skies. So far there is not a cloud in the sky, and I cannot wait to see the stars tonight. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to most out of this camping trip, is seeing the stars, because the last camping trip I went on, if you noticed, I had mentioned seeing stars and I didn't get a chance to because I was dog tired after the hike. The dog was dog tired after the hike, and we just went to bed, and there was a lot of tree cover and stuff. So tonight I'm really hoping that I can do a time lapse of the stars. Not a very long time lapse, obviously. If I want to do the hike in the morning, I'm gonna have to go to bed relatively early and get up probably 6:30 to do the hike, as well as be back in time to tear down camp and get out of here, because checkout in a state park is 11 o'clock in the morning in New York State. I don't know what it's like anywhere else. If you guys happen to have some information about your state parks, where you're from, where you see my videos, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear where everybody's from, where you like to camp, what you like to do while you're camping, what your style of camping is. I have a mixture of primitive, survival, leisure, hiking camp about. I'm planning a kayaking trip soon at my local creek. Now that the weather's cooling off and the humidity has broken, it's a wonderful time to go down the creek, start planning that, which I'll bring you guys along with for the adventure, so you can see where I like to go and what I like to do for fishing. But the water is boiling. I'm gonna grab my silverware and we're gonna drop these noodles in. I bought a knife, a spoon, and fork set, and normally on these kind of trips I go all out. I have like a cook stove that I bring. I have it's a 2-burner stove. I'll bring all my seasoning and stuff, but since I'm just spending one night here, I just wanted to do a quick little easy dinner. Creamy chicken, as you guys can see. We'll just pour that in. This is a single serve package. We'll just pour that in. Give her a good stir to get everything mixed in there. Make sure the pot doesn't go off. Get all the seasoning in there. And we're good to go. But while I'm concentrating on this, I will talk to you guys. What's everybody think about the camping videos and the hiking videos that I've done so far? What are some things that you would like to see me bring to the channel? I record my adventures for you to enjoy, so because I realize not everybody gets a chance to get out and do their own thing, and I have been blessed to do this. We're going to turn that heat down a little bit. Some of the noodles are already sticking to the bottom of the pot. But what's everybody's take on the content so far? Have you watched the videos? Do you like winter camping more? Do you like summer camping more? Spring camping? Is there something that you would like to see more that I don't really showcase on my videos? I really like to include my community on things. So let me know. I'm trying to maintain somewhat of a quiet atmosphere too. Quiet times in state parks is 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. and we've got about 4 hours to go from that. 3.5, 4 hours. But there's lots of people all over the place in campsites next to you, across from you, doing their own thing, just trying to enjoy the outdoors. And I'm big on respect. I like my peace and quiet, and I like my privacy, and I want other people to enjoy that as well. I have friends in other states that tell me all the time that they experience the same things, and that makes my heart happy. But it makes my heart more happy when more people can experience it. Hot. It makes my heart happy when more people can experience it and enjoy the outdoors like I do. Because it's so simple to get outside and just enjoy nature. All you hear is me talking. I don't hear the next campsites. Occasionally I hear kids having fun. I get to enjoy a meal in peace with you. It's nice and cool. The smell of this noodle package is amazing because you can see it coming right across the screen. And I'm just very blessed to be here and enjoy this, and I want other people to be blessed and enjoy this as well. So I like sharing my experiences with everybody to understand how it works and maybe give some insight to those that have never done it before. But we're almost ready for dinner, and I'm excited. The only problem with these burners type stoves is you have to keep stirring things no matter how hot it gets. Otherwise, you get stuff that sticks to the bottom of the pan. But our noodles are done, as you can see right there. Those are nice done noodles. The stove is off in a way. The one thing that I like about these noodles the most is they are, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want to drop the noodles on the table. But they come in a variety of flavors. They're like $1 to $1.50 a piece. They're super lightweight and they're good for hiking, camping trips. Let's dig in. Hot but delicious. I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I'll see you guys when it gets dark to show the stars. See you then. So we're out taking our night walk, and I found this little bench area right next to the pond, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Look at that view. It's so peaceful. And look at him, just chilling, investigating everything. But that view alone is priceless. Absolutely breathtaking. I'm gonna chill here for a little bit, and then we're gonna go over to where that dock is over there and hopefully be able to see the stars once the sun sets. The only issue with New York State parks, which I understand and respect, is quiet time is 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. and trying to capture starlight during quiet hours is really the only time you can capture the view of the stars, because in the summertime sunsets 9:30. It's a little earlier now that we're in July. The longest day of the year is June 22nd. So hopefully we'll be able to catch some stars. If not, I'll do my best at the campsite while I'm having a fire, and we'll go from there. But I'll see you guys when it's time to watch the stars. Just wanted to show you guys the moon quick on our way back to the campsite. I'm back at that little bench, and it's just so peaceful. There's ducks swimming around and flapping over there, fish jumping at night. Well, look how nice that is. All right, so we're gonna light a fire. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what we're gonna do. If you can see, there's a little bit of yellow down in there, and that is our fire starter. And there's very specific points that you're supposed to light on that. It doesn't really matter. But we're gonna light it up where it says, and hopefully we'll have a nice toasty fire going in a second. That's just gonna cook and do its thing, and I'm going to do my thing and just hang out. So I apologize for being so close to the camera. I'm gonna enjoy the fire. I'll set you guys up once it's going with the stars and the fire, and I'll see you soon. It's about 6:40 a.m. I just got up and got dressed. It's not quite time to start packing up yet. As I said last night, quiet time is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I've got about 20 minutes before I can start making noise. As you can see, the doggo is still very comfortable. Good morning, Flash. Good morning. So we're just gonna chill here for a few minutes. I'm gonna get up once 7 a.m. hits, change into today's clothes, and then make breakfast, which I will show you guys. And I'm gonna do a light pack. I'm not gonna put everything back because I'm gonna let it air out and stuff back home, and we're gonna get out of here. So I will see you in a few minutes. All right, everybody, it is time for breakfast. Got some sausage gravy. It's going in the pot onto the mess kit, and that is going to be our breakfast. As you can see, camp has already been all picked up, packed away. Just gotta get the doggo and his food bowl and police the area, and we are out of here as soon as breakfast is in our belly. This has been a wonderful night of camping with just me and my dog. Let me set you guys back up here. It's been a wonderful night of camping with me and my dog, and slept like a rock. The weather was fantastic. A little bit of dew on the tent this morning, but nothing major. Oh, baby. Sausage gravy. Normally you would pair this with like eggs and biscuits and stuff like that, but because it's just my go-to on this trail hike camping thing, we're just gonna spread it out a little like so, set that on the burner, and we're gonna go low and slow with this. Because the one thing with the sausage gravy is you definitely do not want to burn it, because it boils fast. Like, hear that? You just want to heat it up long enough to get it warm. Where it's got a little bit of heat inside of it. I didn't do a full pack today. Like, I didn't put all the gear back in my backpack or anything. Because like I said, when I first woke up, I'm going to set it all up so that it can air out at my house. You want to make sure that you give your stuff time to set up and cure. It's already pre-cooked, so it doesn't matter eating it out of the can. Look at it bubble. See that right there? Gotta make sure that heat stays flowing. Otherwise, it's a nightmare to get off the bottom of the pan. In a pinch, you could eat this directly out of the can without heating it up, but it's not very good. It's much better warm. And you want to go until it's just about steam through, like where you can see the heat rising off of it. Because it'll bubble and pop at you the whole time it's doing it, and it's just going through that layer, like poking through the weakest layers. You can see the steam again rolling through. Well, once it's hot enough where the steam is coming off of it, when it doesn't bubble anymore, on a real low heat, that's when you know you're good. Like, it's always going to pop and bubble at you, but as long as you maintain, you won't have any issues. Directly over the burner is hard not to burn on a mess kit, no matter how low you set the flame. So there's some times that you can't get around it, other times where it's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go home, set up my tent and the fly, the ground cloth to air it out, wash my sleeping bag, get that all set and ready for the next adventure, and just relax for the rest of the day and upload this video, which I am kind of excited how this one turned out, not gonna lie. I haven't edited it yet, I have to go through, but I was watching some of the playback last night all under the stars in front of the fire, and I was really happy with it, and hopefully you guys are too. And as I said yesterday, feel free to leave a comment down below with anything that you'd like to see or share, or your experiences. I'd love to meet other like-minded people by doing this. And we're getting there. It's warming up. Stop. He's not heavy. See him back there? He can smell the food, but he's not heavy that he's not right up my butt like he is at home. We also decided not to do the hike today either. And by we, I mean me. I'm just not prepared for it. I don't have a light enough backpack to bring water and food for the day, like to get up there and back. I have a few snacks, but it's not something that I feel confident doing unprepared. I like to be prepared when I do hikes and camping trips and stuff like that, because safety is key, and being able to go home and continue to do said camping trips in the future is important. But that's hot enough for me, as you can see. Set the stove away. I am gonna go eat and do a clean sweep of the area, and we're gonna get out of here. So that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you check out the previous uploads of trips I've done before, but up above. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed my content, it really helps me, and I enjoy meeting new people. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, bye everyone.